Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is a Let's Make video, and what we're playing with today is we are going to play with the We Are Memory Keepers or We Are Makers Explosion Card Punch Board. It's a fun, crafty tool. It's one of the We Are Makers punch boards. Looks like this. Comes with a set of stamps that say pull here, hold here, and rubber bands, as well as your instructions for putting it together. And I think this punch board came with these little confetti punches as well, a star and a flower, or these could have come with a different punch board, but I thought it was this one. So don't hold me to it, but I think these came with it. So here, let me show you what it is we're actually going to play with. I made a little mock-up one to get my bearings around how this works, and it's really fun. So it actually makes all these elements. So it makes a 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, I believe, envelope, 6 1/4 ish, or 3/8 by 4 1/4 envelope. And then what you do is you open it up and you put the hold here stamp there, and then you put the pull here on top of its little pulling tray, and then you you pull the tray out, and it has this fun little explosion box card that you can create. It is a hoot. It also has the little punch makes little heart confettis as well. So it is really fun, and it comes with the rubber bands to make it, do its little fun little explosion thing. So you make the box card, you make the envelope, and you make the pull-out tray and the confetti all with this punch board. And then additionally, it comes with the pull here, hold here stamps, as well as the rubber bands. And then I think additionally, you get the 2 punches, I think. Don't hold me to that though. But anyways, this is what we're going to make. However, we're going to alter this a tiny bit. I'm going to show you how the board goes all together. But what I wanted to do was alter the tray to make it a little bit bigger, to put it in a 5 by 7 envelope. And the reason is because when you fold up the card, you actually get all this real estate right here to decorate out of the top of the box. Otherwise, you can't really do much there. You can decorate the front of it a little bit, but you want to be able to see this and have this handle to pull it out of the envelope. So that's why I'm going to alter it to where you can either make it like the original, or you can make it like this and get all that real estate to decorate. Because I wanted to pop some flowers out of here. I'm going to use an Anna Griffin paper crafting kit, and it works the same. So it works the same. Right? And that it jumps out, does its fun little exploding. You just get more real estate to pop stuff on top of the box and decorate it and stuff. So I thought that would be really fun, because since we're using a paper crafting kit, we're using the Anna Griffin, this one right here. It's been in my stash for a minute. We're using the Lillian paper crafting kit. It comes with flowers. It comes with sentiments and gorgeous papers of 12 by 12 papers. And so I was like, dude, if we could put some, like if it was a little planter, look like a little planter of flowers, I thought, oh my goodness, that would be so stinking fun. The idea was to take some of these flowers and pop them out of the top. Just looking, well, some of the bigger ones, obviously, because those are a little bit smallish. But maybe some of these, oh yeah, the big ones like this. We could attach them, and it would look like a little jar of flowers, right? Sitting on the table, if you could go all the way around. Wouldn't that be so cute? I think that would just be super, super fun. And then it would have a little sentiment on the front of it. You could decorate up all the sides. It would be really cool. So that's what we're playing with. That's what we're gonna do. But how fun is that, right? I mean, that is a stinking hoot. And then all the confetti flies out. And you don't have to have the confetti. It just makes it that much more fun. And you can make your own with the little heart punch off the back. Or you can, put like glitter confetti, scatter in here, whatever you want. And you get all that fun, right? Like, who wouldn't love to get this like interactive card? I think that's fun. And you can even put a spot here to do a sentiment. You could put a little envelope to hold money. You can have a card additionally sitting here with the little explosion box on the back, because when you pull it out, it just this would be on the top and it would all still fly out. So super, super fun. But that's what we're doing. So let's go ahead and get started, because it might take a minute to put this together. And since I'm going to alter it as well, I want you to have be able to see all of it without me having to completely rush through all of it. But it is really stinking fun. So, what you're going to do is you're going to start with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So, whatever you want your base, the pink part, the base to be, that's what you're going to use the 12 by 12 for. And so I was thinking, I thought it would be fun to have this to be the layering. That one to be the layering. That one's so pretty. And then something, some purple. This Lillian paper is just gorgeous. I was going to do like a lavender and green one, is what I was kind of thinking. That was the idea. I wanted lavender and green. So I thought we could do the base in a lavender. Like we could do this one. Actually, we could do this one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking was this. And then that will be the inside. So let's do these two. That will be really fun. Those go together pretty good. Oh, and actually we could even use these layers. It comes with 5x7s too. So maybe we could cut a couple out of, let's get one more of those. We could cut a couple out of, oh no, I need the other. What is this? Okay, it's that one. Is it that one? Oh, right there. This one. Maybe we could actually do it out of the 5x7s instead of using up a big 12 by 12. So let's do that. Let's just move all this out of the way, because we don't need this nor this, since we're using the other, and don't need any of this stuff right now. This is all decorator stuff, the rest of it. Okay, and then, so 12 by 12 is what you start with. So on your punch board, it's going to have, let's get out here. On the punch board, there is a spot where it says box. In the corner, it designates what each of these indentions are for. So this first one here is for box. This one here says envelope, this indentation here, and then this indentation here says tray. And so what you're going to do to create the box is you're going to follow the score lines that it indicates. So on here, it says you're going to follow all score lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 for all the envelope. Envelope. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. All the box, because we're creating the box. The box is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And then you're going to follow all the score lines, all 1 through 8. They're all numbered here for the box. And then you're going to turn it once. So here, let's take on the side of it here. There is a scoring tool. You're just going to shimmy your paper. Some of them fit, some don't. You want to be careful when you're doing this. You're going to end up cutting this off. But you have to then turn it once to finish scoring it. So you're going to start here and you're going to do all the score lines. And you just want to be careful when you get down to here that you don't rip the paper, So just follow. There's a little notch for each score line. You're going to put your scoring tool in. And then you're just going to press firmly and follow it to the end. But be really careful when you get down to here. You're gonna push it all the way up to the top up to this one. And then follow the score line. But be careful. Be careful. Go slow down when you get to the end here, to the edge. And then you're going to follow. Put the scoring tool up in the indentation. Press firmly. And then be careful. See? Be careful when you get to the end so you don't ding your paper. Same thing on 3. But be careful when you get to the end. And I try to feel for the end. So I know when it's going to like jump off the edge. Oh, whoops. Oh, Farfignigan. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just make sure it's all the way up. Yeah. Okay, we got it. And then, okay, that's 3. And you want to do 4. So turn it a little and you're going to get 4. Make sure it's all the way at the top. And that one's easy because it goes off the edge. Then you're going to do 5 as the center. But find the edge. Make sure, be careful so you don't rip the paper. And then 6 is another diagonal. This is an easy one here. Because the paper's still on. The paper's still on the edge of the board there. Then you're going to do 7. Now this one you're going to want to make sure you don't come off the edge. So find the edge of the board with your finger. Whoops. Yep. Don't worry if you mess up like I just did there. It's fine. It's fine. You won't really see any of that. So then do 8. Got to make sure you do all 8 score lines. Find the edge. And just go slow when you get to the end so that way you don't bust the paper. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it to the right or clockwise. And then you're going to do all the score lines again. 6 is already done and 8 is already done. I'm pretty sure you do all of them again. Yeah, see, you do them all. And then you turn the paper. Wait. Oh, wait. Yeah, flip paper and rotate. Oh. Flip score paper at all score numbers 1 through 8. We did that. And then flip paper and rotate 90 degrees. Huh. It says you're actually supposed to do this. So we're here. This and then this is what it says. Oh, maybe that's why mine had a double funky. Oh, I think so. Okay, so you want to be sure. So we're here. We did all our score lines, and what it's saying is you're flipping it over, and then you're turning it 90, so clockwise. So now you're gonna score all those lines again. So I ended up with a double, like a weird. An extra line when I did my other one, and I didn't read that you were supposed to flip it. I suppose I'm glad I read the instructions to do the tutorial. Make sure you do the ones that go the other way too. And your papers are pushed up all the way to the box one. And then let's see, we're there. We're on 5 now. But don't go off the edge. You'll rip the paper. So 6 is done. We're going to do 7. And then 8. 8 is... There. Got the edge. That's okay. And then we're going to do 8. 8 might have to be finished. I'm not sure. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, so we got that, and now let's flip it over on the other side so now that we can see. Oh yeah, so we got all the score lines, and so now what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up cutting. You need some scissors now. And you're going to end up cutting. So hopefully you guys can see this. There is a pattern that you're going to cut. I should have done this on... Yeah, I should have done this. But what you're going to do is you're going to, if you go back to your original, that like this is the original where we started. You're going to so you'll end up with some score lines down here when you go back to the original, and you're going to start by cutting the bottom corner off. You're going to cut this line here off. And you could technically do this on your trimmer, and I'm cutting the score line off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it, and you're going to cut this. You're going to turn it, and you're going to cut this corner off as well. Like that. And then you're going to turn it again, and you're going to cut this corner off. And then what you want to do is there are two there's like this shape. There's like a square in the center. You're going to see that you end up with the double triangle on the corner. On each corner is a double triangle. And then there's these like two boxes. And there's a single box here with the tab. And a single box here with the tab. What you want to do is you want to keep one of the boxes with the tab. And then you want to cut out the middle. So you're going to go follow that score line up to the tip of the triangles, and then turn your paper and then follow it down these two boxes up to the corner where the two triangles are, and cut all the way to the tip, and then turn, and then follow this box down, and then cut that last tab off. And it doesn't matter what side you keep, you just only need one tab because it's a glue tab. There you go. And you should end up with something like this. So one side's longer than the other, okay? And now what you want to do is, and then you end up with this paper left. So now, and then your corners. So now what you want to do is you want to fold all the score lines. So we're going to fold the tab, right? Then we're going to fold, these create a pleat. So this goes down. Then the triangle gets folded up in the corner like this. And then it goes down. See? And you want to make sure that these edges line up like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to end up folding on this one a square, and then you're going to end up with two triangles there. So fold down, and then fold this triangle back up to where this edge meets that score line, like that. And then this box gets folded down like that. And you want to make sure you're lined up on the top and the bottom on the two edges. And so when it's all folded together, it should be something that looks like this. Like this. And then what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up, now we have to punch these two corner pieces, okay? So what you're going to do is, there it says box in the corner right there. So what you do is you line up this square. The triangle, it goes like this. So what you're potentially trying to do is the middle of the triangle lines up with the edge of the punch. And you're going to create a tab is what it is. So you're going to punch. So make sure the square and the edge of this triangle is in this corner. And it says box. You're lining it up where it says box. So like that. So the edge of the triangle goes to there. And then you're going to punch. And then what you can do is you're going to flip this over. And you're going to line up this edge of the box and this triangle on the box. So you can, and it'll line up, see, it matches. And then you're going to punch. And so what happens is it creates a tab. It's going to create a glue tab. And then you're going to, this is where you put the rubber band. You're going to glue this together. And that's what's going to create the tab to pull the rubber band. And so what you want to do now is you want to cut these like that. And that way you can get the rubber band in there. Okay, but you also need to do that on this side now as well. So line it up, the box edge and the triangle fit where it says box. See, like that? And then punch. Wait, make sure it's all the way down. And then you're going to flip it back over on your right side, right? The paper you want to use. Put that edge of the box there. And the triangle, the edge of the triangle there. All the way at the edge. And then, whoa. And make sure you're lined up. And voila, you get another glue tab. So you can cut them individually, or I fold it together and then cut in the middle. And that's where your rubber band goes. And you're going to glue these two together like that. So what you end up doing is you're going to fold these together like this. And then fold this in like that. So there's your glue tab. You're going to fold these together and then fold that like that. So that's what this looks like. And then you're going to glue this, okay? And then you're going to have a fun little springy box. Okay, so let's... And then you end up with heart confetti. Because that's where you get your confetti, your hearts. That punches the hearts. And whenever you do the corners and stuff, you get these little heart confettis. So it's super... dual purpose, and it's really fun. So save those, because that's going to be your confetti. And then you want to grab your glue or whatever adhesive. You can use glue, score tape, whatever you want. I'm going to do mine. I'm going to put glue on this tab here. I'm just going to do art glitter glue. And just press that down. Making sure it's all lined up, looking nice. Hold that for just a second. Like that. And then what you want to do is you want to put glue all around this. Or score tape, whatever you want to use. And you want to glue this together. But make sure you're not gluing it to the inside. And that you also get the tiny piece right here. So squeeze that together too. You want just this to be glued together. So squeeze the paper. But don't hold it too long to where if you glue oozes out, you can still kind of peel it off. So like that, it should look like that. So you have that fun little, it almost looks like a bread tie, right? Like a little, something you put on bread. Isn't that fun? So just hold that, let that set up, and that's what you should end up with, that little tab right there. And then look, because it's double-sided paper, it's like decorated. Isn't that great? Okay, so be sure to do this one too. So get a little glue on there. And then squeeze it together. Pressing. But not too long to where you make sure it's all looking good and nice. And that looks great. It's not adhered down. It sticks out properly. And then while this is setting up, you can decorate it if you want. And these squares end up, you can put a layering. Like I did 2 5/8 inch squares for all my layering pieces on my other one. Like how cute is that? All decorated up on the inside. Isn't that super cute? That is fun. I love double-sided paper for that reason. It's great. But this one's kind of boring, right? It's just pink. But these squares ended up being 2 5/8. And so I'm going to do this paper here, 2 5/8. So let me grab a paper trimmer. Two 5/8. Yeah, 2 5/8. I'm pretty sure that's what they were. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 2 5/8. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. So I need 4 of those. Will that go? Oh, just shy. I bet I could have probably gone the other way. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, because it's only 5. That's why. So am I only going to get... Oh, shoot. Well, that's okay. So which one can I do? Yeah, 2 and 5/8 is super cute. Let's just do that. Shoot. Yeah, 2.5 would have been. I could get all these if they were all... Like 2.5 is still cute, huh? And I could trim it to where it's square. I could hold it to the bottom if I did it that, or I could actually center it up like that. That's pretty cute. And then I could get it all out of this one piece. I think I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to go 2.5. So hold on. 2.5 on one side. So that way they're all the same. And we're going to go long ways like this. So we're going to go like that. So let me pop these on really quick, so I don't forget. I didn't think about the math of it being not coming out properly on the paper. Having to use way more. But that is super cute, right? And then I want to make sure to line up the bottom of these little layering pieces so they look intentional. Like they're supposed to be that way. Just make sure it looks, you know, nice and centered and even and all that funness. Wait a minute. Why is this one tinier? Oh, shoot. I don't know what I did to that one. Was that not? Well, that looks like crap. Alright, well, okay, fine. I didn't obviously need to cut one off. There's 5. Let's go 2.5. Right? Isn't that what we did here? Oh, I obviously looked at the wrong number. Or I cut the wrong one off. Oh, that's a bummer. I think I cut the wrong one off. Oh well, what can you do? Move on. Move on. Now let's see, we're gonna go 2.5. Or no, 2 and 5/8 on this one. Because you're not gonna get it off the other side. Let's go 2 and 5/8 up that one. That's okay. And that's the same. So let's glue that on. There, that looks cool. That looks nice. We're putting flowers over it anyways. That's 2.5, yeah. So let's go 2 and 5/8 on this one. 2 and 5/8. And that way we're here, we're the same there. Yeah. And then we'll just put more flowers on the other one. It's not if you make a mistake, it's how will you hide it, right? Okay, that looks just fine. Okay, we won't use that side. That side looks the best. Yeah, oh, bummer. I don't think there's any way I can fix that. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not wasting the other one. No. Okay, we'll just put flowers over the top of it. And actually, why don't we do that? Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, so then all you do is you get one of your rubber bands that's included in it, and you just lace it, or you just weave it over the bread tie. You just pop it in the little center there, and if you just kind of twist the tab a little, it will pop right in there. And so then when you go to close it, it goes like this, and then it bounces or pops open. Isn't that great? But let's see what it looks like with the flowers on there. Yeah. So we're gonna go like this. Let's pop some flowers on that one. Yeah, let's, because we already grabbed them out. I think if I put these big ones on. See, now doesn't that look like a little planter? That is so cute, right? I think that is so cute. Let's pop that on. I'm going to glue these on. Let's just pop this on. I like that. I think that is super cute. And that looks just like a planter. Okay. And then this is going to flatten like this. So the next one we need to put here, and we need to just kind of see what, let's get one of these other big ones. You want to, oh yeah, that was super cute like that. You just want to make sure that it's gonna pop open just fine. So you don't want it to impede when it's open or when it closes. So let's, yeah, I think this will be just perfect. So let's pop a little bit of, whoops, let's pop a little glue on the bottom of these. I don't know if that one hits though. I don't think it does. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that works. That works great. And look at how cute that is. And it's going to pop open like that. Okay, so now I want to put the same ones on the opposite side. Like this. Yeah, we're going to go like that. So let's put glue at the bottom of this one. And I think the glue will hold this just fine, but you want to make sure it's not impeding, nor does it impede when it closes. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, nope, that is not a happy, oh, wrong way. We're going the wrong way. So it goes this way. Oh yeah, that's just fine. That is just fine. And even when it's closed, it actually looks super cute. It's not a big deal. And then, yeah, then you got those pretty flowers. So let's put the other one. I got another one. Those other ones were big. Oh, it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one was big. So now we just want to make sure, yeah, that this doesn't impede either. And that is so cute. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Oh, but this one is going to have all four, though. Let's just make sure. Oh, yeah. See, that looks super cute, right? So either way we go. And then it hides our little faux pas there, right? My little mistake. And that looks super cute. So whether you go this way or this way. Oh, this one came out way better. I think I'll use that as the front. I must have put this one like down. I wonder if I can. No, don't. It's art glitter glue. We're gonna use this side though as our front. That is so cute. That's gonna be our little that's gonna be our little display piece there. Like, that is adorable. Right? That is so cute. Whoa. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want to go ahead. I'm gonna put a little sentiment on it. Let's grab that. Oh, actually, no. We're done. I covered this up. I can live with this for a minute. I'll add some more embellishments. Let's go ahead and do the rest of it, though. Okay, so now what you need is, the next thing you want to do is you want to make your tray. And you need a tray, a piece of paper that's 5 by 5. And I think that, is this 5? Oh, these are 5. So let's get a, let's grab a piece that is super sweet. Let's see. Oh, we could use this as the tray. Wait, let's see what it looks like, though. Like, so this is going to be down like this, and this is going to hold it. And this is going to fold up. So we can have that. And then it's going to have this on the back. So you'll have one piece like this. And then this will be the back. I think that will actually be super cute. Let's do this one. So you need it to be, oh, so the original, okay, yeah. So the original is 5 by 5, which is not going to fit this one because this is too tall. But I'll show you how to make that. And then I'll adjust accordingly. Because I have to make a different size one. But what you do is you cut this down to 5 by 5. And it tells you the sizes too. So 5 by 5. See, and on here it tells you 5 by 5. The box is 12 by 12 and the envelope is 8 by 8. Okay, and then what you do is you take, and right here it says tray. I don't know if you can see it says tray right there. You're going to put this in that notch. See how it's a square right there? You're going to do that, and you're going to follow number 5 down. You're going to, and it tells you right here, it says tray score line. You're going to follow that. And there's only one for the tray. Like that. And then you're going to fold this up, and that's your tray there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip it over, and on the side that you didn't score and fold, you're going to turn it like that. And then up here, it says tray right here. So what you want to do is you want to put it in the corner where it says tray. And then you want to punch. And then you're going to take it out and you're going to flip it. You're going to put it back in the corner where it says tray right here. And then you're going to punch. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut these out, and this is going to create your pull tab. And then you're just going to cut it at the bottom of the heart like that. Cut it. Or actually, you want to cut it to where it's like smooth. Like you want them to be smooth to where it looks the nicest. And then you're going to cut this. Whether you want to do it at an angle or however. And that ends up being, this is your pull tab. And this is the lip, your tray that pulls this out. So essentially, if this was just the same size, it's going to slide in here like this. And you would see, so like, let's use this one. This be like this, and it would say pull here. And this is the original size one. Like this is the original, and that's why you can't use, why we have to make a different one so it's bigger. But actually, I didn't even think about that. Let's see what the size of this is, because if it's more than 5, ooh, I made a full, no, we're right at 5. It's got to be, 5 by 7. Oh, shoot. You're not going to see the pull on this one either then. Where's my envelope? Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, it fits in there. You could probably have a little pull tab there. Let me see if it will fit. If you can even put pull. I think it fits in the tray. And I think I could probably put pull right there. And you would know to pull. I think it will. Let's see. Where's my stamp? So if it just says pull here. Let's see. Yeah, you could actually put it right at the top. It would say pull there, and I could stamp it to where it's like in between my flowers, but you definitely want to make sure when you're decorating it that you make concession for whatever it is you're putting at the top of the box. Don't get hog wild like I did, and put giant embellishments on it. But I can make it work, so I'm not going to be worried about it. Yeah, I can make it work on the pull tab. So what you want to do for the one that fits in the 5 by 7 envelope, if you want to be able to embellish it. So this is the original one for just the original box. So the box that we already made, that fits in here. You just can't go above. You have to embellish only on the box like this. Like that. Okay, so that's that tray. Wish I wouldn't have cut that out of that paper. Bummer, dude. But that's okay. That's okay. So now what we need to do is we need to make a 6 by 6 piece of paper. And maybe I can actually use this sheet here. I wonder if I can get that out of this one. Can I get a 6 by 6 out of this? Let's see what we can get. Oh, that'll go 6. I might be able to get that out of this one here. Out of this one. I'm going to try for a 6 by 6 out of this one. Out of this piece that I cut the box out of. Let's just see. And then 6. Hey, look at that. That'll go. We'll take it. Okay, so we can use this one for this side. We'll do this side for our tray. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah. We'll use this side for the actual tray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this in the corner. It's going to stick up over here, right? But I'm still going to use the same score line as this one. Just stick it in the corner. It's going to be up over here on top of this edge, but that's okay. Use the number 5 to score because that's where it says. Careful when you come down here though, right? Don't go off the edge. Flip it and you can finish scoring it. Oops. Oh, man. Hey. Hey, what's going on, man? There. Oh, boy, I really fouled that up. I don't know what I did there. What in the world did I do? Yeah. Jinky still. Yeah, there we go. Okay, hey, that's cool. Oh, no, we're going this way. Or, yeah, we're going this way. Okay, and then what you're going to do is, what I did was, so obviously I can't put this in the corner like this. So what I did was, I lined this edge up with the edge of the punch. Like that. And then, like that. And then I just punched it. And you're going to flip it. Same thing, line this edge up with this edge on this one. Because I can't put it where it goes to the, it doesn't fit there, right? And so then all you're going to do is, like we did on the other, you're just going to cut the little tab out. Like that, to give yourself a little pull tab. And I'm cutting on this edge to make it smooth. And then trying to, like, cut this off straight down here. And then that gives me a little... And then this should... Whoops, it goes like this. Pick your favorite side. Right? Isn't that cute? And then I'm going to say pull there. I think I'm going to stamp it in black. Let's do that right now. So that way. And then save your little hearts. Don't forget to save your little hearts. That's your confetti. The other stuff you can discard. And then let's scrub. I got a stamping block. And I'm just going to do it in black so you can see it. Otherwise, I think it'll be just too busy. Pull here. But I think I'm only going to ink up just to pull here. I don't need the arrow. And I'm going to do it like here. Right in the center in black. This might be a... probably should do this to where I can stamp it multiple times. I'm going to go right up at the edge. Right in the center at the edge. I'm scared. Hold on. No, I'm not going to do it. Hold on. We're going to get our little stamping tool. And the one where it sticks. So I don't have to worry about it moving. And I'm going to put it on my Sizzix stamping tool. Let me get the ink off this. I don't trust it. I think I'll foul it up. Hold on. And then I'm going to go ahead and line this up at the top. And let's see. I think I'm pretty happy with where that looks. And that way I can be gentle as I want. and not have to worry about, and then I can re-stamp if I need to. It's going to be just fine. So pull here. Oh, look at that. That looks great, right? That is great. I'm going to stick with that. Look how nice that is. That's great. Okay, and then let's clean this off. Perfect. We can put this back so we don't lose it. And we are done with this. I love this Sizzix stamping tool because the sticky grid, oh man, it's nice. The surface is so large. You can do just about anything you want with it. And then hopefully this goes according to plan. Whoopsie. This goes according to plan. Oh my. Oh, see, look at it. That worked out great. And then this will go right into the 5x7 envelope. And now you can make an envelope, which I'll show you. And you can make it on the board. But see, oh my gosh, right? That fits perfect in a 5x7 envelope. Boy, that's a little dinged up. We should make our own. But that's what that looks like, right? And then you pull it out. And then you have a little bouquet of flowers. Isn't that great? And then you have your confettis and all that stuff that go in it. And so, yeah, oh no. Super cool, right? And we still have to finish embellishing it, but that is the pull-out tray. And now let's make the envelope for the other one. Yeah, and so then all your scraps, you'll want to definitely just go ahead and make a bunch of confetti. And so since this is the heart punch, all my little scrap pieces, I just go ahead and punch out a whole bunch of little hearts and make it fun, right? And then you have, look, see all these cute little hearts that match? Like, how fun is that? That's a hoot. And then, okay, and then, yeah, so use up your scraps for confetti. I think that's enough confetti. And so let me show you how to do the envelope. So then you need an 8x8 sheet of paper for the envelope. But since I'm using a 5x7 envelope, I'm not going to use my good paper for that. I'll make a different, I'll use my other paper. And I'll go ahead and make like a dark purple one too. So let's get an 8x8. It said 8x8. I mean, isn't that the cutest thing ever? Oh my goodness. So this is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of recollections. Oh, lavender. Oh, I hope I didn't break that. Huh. I think it's fine. Yeah, 8.5 by 11 piece of Michael's recollection paper. And so now what you're going to do is on here, you're going to follow where it says envelope, and envelope is right there. So tray is the tiny one. Envelope is the second largest. And then box is the whole big one. So envelope goes there to there. So like, wait a minute. Yeah, there. I was like, hey, it doesn't fit. Right there, there to there. So this one's the tray. This is the envelope. And then this is your box. And so now what you want to do is it says, this one is super specific too. So there's an envelope score line A and B. So you're going to do lines 3 and 4. And so let's do that. And then you have to turn the paper over and then turn it 90. So do 3. Be careful when you're doing it, that you're steady Eddie with the paper. It fits. It actually fits on there. So it's not too bad. Make sure you're in though. Like that. And then you're supposed to flip it over and then clockwise turn it 90. So like this. No. Hold it. Wait for it. What did I do? Oh no, not 90, 180. So 2 times around. Okay, so wait. We were here. Let's redo it. We were here originally, right? We did score lines 3 and 4. So now you're supposed to flip it over and go 180. So 2 times to the right clockwise. And then you're back where you should be. And what you're going to do is, let me just double check and make sure that's right. Yeah, you have to go 180, so it's 290s. Let's see, that's the box. That's the tray. And then the envelope, yeah. So you're going to go score lines A and B, 3 and 4, right? Then you're going to... Oh, do you just rotate the paper? Wait. Oh, I'm a big fat liar. I'm a big fat liar. Don't see that. That was a big fat lie. So back to here. Envelope. I thought it said you had to flip it. So score 3 and 4 for your envelope, right? And you're just going to go 1, 2, and you're going to score 3 and 4 again. I thought it said flip. So score lines. Score paper, A and B. Rotate paper, 180, repeat steps 2 and 3. Oh no, the flipping was on the box, wasn't it? Okay, guys, don't forget to flip the box. The flipping of the box you flip. That's right, you score 1 to 8. And the box, you flip the paper and rotate only 90. That's to make the box. The envelope, you score, put it in the envelope, score 3 and 4, and then you rotate it 180. So 1, 2. Wait. Right? Yeah, 180. So let's go back to where we were. So we were there. So envelope. So 1, 2. And then score 3 and 4 again. Whew. All right. We got it. Like that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to put it up where it says envelope. So this corner here says envelope. And you're going to, basically you want to make sure when you're looking at this punch that this is here. And if it's not, turn it until the lines intersect this punch. And you're going to punch it. And then you're going to try to do it again. And if it doesn't line up, flip it until it lines up like that. So then rotate it. It should go hit another one. And then if it doesn't hit this one, you're going to flip it. And if it lines up in the center, then you're going to punch it. You just want these 2 lines to intersect in the center here. And then you can punch. And then that gives you your corners for your envelope. And then all you're going to do is you're going to fold up. You're going to fold on all the score lines that you made. And the 2 short flaps go in. And then the bottom one goes on top. So these 2 go in. And then this one folds up on top. And it's just going to intersect there. So I just put a little bead of glue on each side like so. That's probably too much. You don't want too much because it'll ooze out. Let's get rid of some of that. I don't want it to ooze out. Just gently press that down. And then make sure the envelope pops back up so it's not glued to itself. And then what you could do is you can trim this off. So it looks nicer. And it doesn't impede the pulling action of when the person goes to pull the out. And probably use your straight eye. Don't use your crooked one. There, that's straighter. I had my straight edge eye on that time. I think that's pretty good. All right, and so let's let that set up. Yeah. So let's let that, so let's use the original, right? Use the original size tray. So this is what you would make if you were just doing the original explosion box. Wait, put the confettis in. So to put the confettis in, I put the box in the tray, slide it in part ways, and then I put it on the table, open it a tad, pop the confettis in, and then finish pushing it the rest of the way in like that. And then you can seal it up, and it's like nice. It's a nice size. It's not too thick. It'll go in the middle just perfectly, and the person receives it. It should say pull here. It should say hold here, but you can do that. You don't have to necessarily, but that's what the other stamp is for. And then The person pulls it out and gets that fun little confetti explosion. Isn't that great? Now let's see if ours works. We should make a 5x7 envelope, but you can't make it on this punch board. You gotta do it on the original punch board for a 5x7. So let's grab more paper and see what it says for a 5x7 envelope. So on the original envelope punch board, this is the 1, 2, 3 actually. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna go to 5x7. I need a paper that is 9 7/8 square, and I'm gonna start on 4 1/8. So 9 7/8. Let me grab. Oh, so that means I'm gonna have a scrapbook sheet. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna put you on pause. Hold on. Okay, so I got some pretty 12x12 lavender paper. So we're going to do 9 7/8 for this one, right? We said 9 7/8. 5x7. 9 7/8 for a 5x7 card. Let's pop this out of the way. Oh, I was going to use my border dies too for that. Oh, well, that's okay. It's still super cute. So 9 7/8. Square. Those dimensions on the 1, 2, 3 punch board are for a square sheet of paper when you only see the one dimension. So this will be a 9 7/8 square, and you can save those strips for like doing rosettes and stuff if you want. Would be a good use of those, or whatever else you got, quilling or something. And then this says you're gonna start your punch guide on 4 1/8. So I'm gonna come up here to 4 1/8, and then I'm just gonna follow. There's an envelope, score line A, to make envelopes, and I'm gonna start on 4 1/8. I want my pull my leg out because this is a bigger paper. So start on 4 1/8. You're going to pop it in this first notch here that goes to the right. That's your envelope score line A. Make sure you're pressing firmly, follow all the way down, and punch. And then rotate and pop this line on this envelope score groove all the way up to the top, this back one, and then let it drop in. I put my finger on the line and let it drop into the groove. And then go ahead and... Oh, there you go. If you don't get it in the groove, you get a nasty, funky little line. So rotate it. Make sure you're on the score line that drops in the groove. You can punch now or later. Make sure you're in the groove when you score. Rotate all the way at the top. Follow. Make sure it drops in the groove. Punch if you want to. And then score all the way down on A, and boom, you're done. So then up at the top here, you can round it if you want. And then we're going to do the same as the other. And we're, oh, this goes to the other one. Whoops, I should put that back. And so this should give me a 5x7 envelope. One that matches. So fold up, same thing on this. Fold these all up. And then the bottom one goes up like this. And then you can put glue on the two sides. Like so. Make sure you don't put too much so it doesn't ooze out, you know. And then push this up. Press down. Burnish the glue into the paper. Just pressing it. Make sure that it doesn't stick. And then you can trim that off a bit if you like. Probably make it straight. That looks a little better. Okay. And then we can test it. Okay, so where's ours? Not there. Here. This is the 6x6 one. And then this should... Right? Yeah, that's the side I want to use. I still got to put some decorations on this, but look, pull there. So, oh, wait. Yeah. So let's pop this in here. And then we can pop all of our little confettis in too. Get our little confettis. Pop them in the middle. Okay. See how cute is that? And then you get a little explosion box. Ooh, that's so cute. And all the cute little heart confettis. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Look at how sweet that is. Okay, so now pick your side that you want to embellish. Whoops. That you want to be your forever permanent side. I like this side because there's not that much white on those flowers. So I'm going to grab a sentiment from my little decorative paper kit. And I think that is going to be the deal of it. I think that is going to be so stinking cute. Oh, right. Grateful for you. Does that totally fit on there? God, how cute is that? That is pretty cute. With the gold. Let's see. Oh, there is a purple one, though. Thinking of you. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Oh, that's actually pretty sweet. Oh, I do like that. That's pretty sweet. Well, let's see. Thank you so very much. Love every moment. Oh, super cute. What about one of these big... Live in full bloom. Will that fit on there? It's kind of big, isn't it? Wishing you happiness today, best day ever, and always. You are loved beyond measure. No, I think love every moment. None of these are really. Grateful for you is like about the best, I think. Thank you ever so much. Celebrate your day. No. Oh, a note to say hello. Aw, warm wishes. Thanks for your love and support. Aw, happy anniversary, birthday greetings. How about a note to say hello? Oh, that's pretty sweet. Maybe we could put this like this and put a little bow on it. We could pop a little bow. But it like looks like it's over the flowers. I wonder if we have to pick a different one. Warm wishes. God, that's pretty. Oh, that's actually really pretty. Warm wishes, but I don't really have... Actually, let's do thinking of you. That fits on there. Let's do it, and it matches. Boom, we're done. We're going for that. Yeah. Look at how sweet that is. That is pretty stinking cute. Wait, yeah. And so they see that, thinking of you. And then you could pop a, on the back of the card, you could technically, like, put a little space to right there. Like, take some of this lavender and put a little square on the back or something. Like, punch out a little, shape and put it on the back, and you could write there. And that way they pull it out and they see that, and then it jumps out with all the confettis. Like, isn't that so cute? That is pretty cute. Okay, so that's the basics. That is how this guy works. That's the alteration if you wanted to do like a full 5x7, or if you just want to stick with the program and just do it regular. Like, right? Isn't that the cutest thing? Oh my gosh. That is so stinking sweet. And then look, it still works. You're supposed to put, hold here. Right? Thinking of you. That is pretty cute. That is pretty fun. And we could have done it up even more. We could have added, like, you could have put, like, a border trim up there. You could put a border trim down here. You could do like so many different things. Put more shapes. Like I could get some of my punches out and punch some shapes. We could, add little butterflies. You could even like pop stuff up in the center here. So when it's open, it actually off those tabs that it's sticking out in the middle too if you wanted to. But this is going to be it for now. I mean, I have all these punch boards. I went down the rabbit hole. Oh my goodness. And then look how cute this is sitting on the table. Oh my good night. Oh, where are you? Isn't that the cutest thing? Oh my gosh. And like I said, you could even put a gift card holder here. And so then this sits on top of it. It pulls out, it jumps out, it's fun, all the confetti flies. And once this jumps out, you see the gift card holder there. And that's pretty fun too. And then that can just sit on the table, and looking all sorts of cute and awesome. So just another fun way to do that. But yeah, I went down the rabbit hole. Oh my goodness. First I saw Tonic post that they came out with a new box, a sweet little square box that had that bow. V&A did a round box that had the cutest bow embellishment on the top of it. And I tried to buy it, but it sold out. And then I couldn't get it. So I made my own version of it, which worked great. But they made a square box. They just came out and it was only $15 for the die set. A square box, and it had another version of the bow where it had wider, ribbon pieces, like bow pieces, but it was layered 3 times. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting that for sure. So I got that, ordered a few things. Well, then ended up, I saw a Spellbind. Oh, not Spellbind. We Are Makers. They had their, so when I was shopping around, I saw some more We Are Maker memory keeper, either memory keepers or makers, because they're both. These new punches they came out with that do a swivel and then a box. They do a shadow box, and you could do a shadow box card. You could do all kinds of stuff with it. Anyways, so that was like, went down the rabbit hole of punch boards, and I'm like, oh man. So I ended up buying a couple that I didn't have, which I'm super excited about. They're for like parties and stuff. And then I was like, ended up going through all my punch boards and like, what do I have that I haven't used? And this was one of them. Like, how many of you bought this like forever ago, right? Years ago. And then it's just sitting up there. I don't think I've ever used it. And I just thought it was a really fun idea. And so I picked it up, obviously. And then I thought, oh my gosh, we need to give this a whirl, right? So that's how we ended up with this little project here, was just like, hey, let's play with this and see how it actually works, right? Like, what do you do? So here we go. This is what it does. It makes a super fun little explosion box, and it is adorable. So whether you do the 5x7 size or you do the 4x6 size, it is a hoot. It is super, super fun. So let me know who has punch boards that they bought because they thought it was a really fun concept, but they haven't used yet, and what they are. And I'll see if I have them and try to do a tutorial on them or something. Do a fun little project with them. And yeah, or just have fun with letting me know which ones you have that have been sitting there and you're like, I really need to use those. But anyways, hope you guys are having a terrific weekend. Thanks so much for hanging out. Until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.